probably 7 years.
In
now.
October, it'll be 6 years.
7.
7.
It was awful.
It didn't seem real.
Mm-mm.
No. This is going to take a long time, probably.
Okay.
I think it's the first time you really know what love is. Yeah. And you never think you're going to love another child as much. That's what I was worried about, having another child. And somebody said, Char, there's always enough love. And it's true. You always do. I have all the cards that he gave me, like Mother's Day cards and birthday cards. I mean, those, sometimes you like to almost like rub the ink thinking that he wrote it.
Matt was brilliant. He's probably one of the smartest kids I ever knew. He and I were good friends. We talked a lot. He called me Arnoldo.
Sometimes they called you our nerdo.
Our nerd. I don't know where they got our nerdo, but it's supposed to be Arnoldo. And he was always too smart for his own good. And that was my concern, because he was so brilliant. He was too brilliant, and most kids wouldn't hang out with him. And that, I think, was the beginning of the end.
So Matt was taking care of his grandmother, and I know that they had been drinking wine. He got careless, and his grandmother, from what I found out now, had switched to time-released pain medications. He passed out on the couch, and from what the doctors say, probably every hour or so he was getting more of the pain medication, and enough to where his heart just stopped. We were doing a car wash for Laura's school, and there was a fire station right across the street, and I remember the sirens coming on, and it was really loud, and I remember being really annoyed, like, oh my goodness, why do they have to put their sirens on right here? And probably about a half an hour later, somebody who I didn't know drove into the parking lot, and he said, you have to go to the hospital. They just took Matt, and his face is blue. I kind of barged my way into the emergency room, and I saw them working on him, and the mother should never have to do.
What happened after?
You're supposed to try to put together a funeral. And the first thing I wanted to do is get out all of the pictures, and I think the funeral, you know, it's a distraction, and it kind of gets you through the days a little bit. And then after that, your life is supposed to go on. I remember thinking, how can you hurt so much and still even stand up straight and walk? I mean, I didn't know how you did it. And, but you do. I think that's why God put horses in my life. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have them. I probably literally yelled at God a lot, and told him he's gonna just have to figure out how I'm gonna do it, because I just couldn't. And I think maybe the work for me, you know, I knew I had to feed this horse. Otherwise, I think it might have been bad. It might have been, because really, I didn't want to live. So, you can't tell very many people that. I used to be really a neat freak, and I still struggle with some of that. And we had stainless steel appliances, and it would bug me because there's always fingerprints all over. And one day I went to clean it, and I just froze because I thought, what if one of Matt's fingerprints is on there? And it made me realize how, in my effort to be neat, it's almost like you try to wipe away traces of people. I appreciate, you know, people more. I appreciate my family more.
Yeah.
I think maybe we don't complain about things as much.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.